Hi, in this section you're going to get rid of all the negative repetitive experiences that you had during childhood. Now when I start working with clients, this is usually one of the first exercises that I do, because it's the things that were repetitive as you were growing up, early childhood, that caused you to have all these negative emotions from which you started forming core negative limiting beliefs. And then later on, you proved those beliefs to yourself. So maybe during your childhood, you were criticized a lot. Maybe you were judged a lot, put down, shamed, bullied, ignored, humiliated, over-disciplined. Maybe your parents weren't there for you. Maybe you were never acknowledged. Maybe you were abandoned. It was unloved. It's one of those themes that run throughout your childhood that cause you to not feel worthy, not feel good enough. You know, it causes you to feel bad about yourself or unsafe. And from that, you form these big negative limiting beliefs, such as I'm not good enough, I must be perfect to be accepted, I'm not worthy, I'm unlovable, you know, and so on and so forth. And it is these beliefs that make you more vulnerable to developing social anxiety later on. So it's this repetitive negative experiences that happened during childhood that made you more vulnerable to developing social anxiety, and then at some point in your life there's an experience that's traumatic that kickstarts the social anxiety. That's usually the most common, that's usually most commonly how it goes. English is my second language, forgive me. So in this section, what you'll do is you'll figure out by answering a whole bunch of questions what it was for you. What was it during your childhood that made you feel bad? That made you feel bad about yourself, that made you feel unsafe. You know, it could be very critical or judgmental parents. Maybe you were always compared to your brother or your sister and you never measured up. Maybe your parents were military people. You know, maybe they were very strict. Maybe what you did was never good enough. Maybe you were always judged. Maybe you had a horrible teacher. Maybe you were bullied. Maybe you were ostracized. Maybe you were brought up in a too protected way. You know, there's a whole variety of possible things that can have caused that. And in the article that you'll find on this page, you'll uncover what it is, and then you imagine putting it all together in a big bundle, and then there's a video that will help you tap through all of that stuff. Okay? It will help you to get rid of all the repetitive negative experiences from your childhood all at once. Be sure to use the troubleshooting if you get stuck, and make sure you get rid of everything. Make sure you get it to a 0 so that you can't even get upset about it anymore, even if you think about it, even if you try to get upset about it. And if your number isn't going down completely, there are troubleshooting steps for it. Sometimes it's one traumatic experience within your childhood that makes it not go down all the way to 0, and other times it's resistance to letting it go completely. Okay, and this is all explained in the articles, and this is an important exercise because this is the stuff that's at the root of who it is that you are. Just think about it. You know, you come into this world and you know nothing. You're a blank slate. You have no beliefs. You know, you don't know who you are. You have no beliefs, and you come into this world, and then you start downloading information from your environment. Well, who are the closest people to you? Your parents, your caregivers, your direct family, your teachers. So the things you experience on a day-to-day basis, it starts to write on the slate of who you become. Okay? So by getting rid of all the negative emotions from the repetitive negative experiences from your childhood will be very, very beneficial. Okay? Hope that's helpful.